So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America's worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
Under this administration, they have deliberately opened the border to fundamentally change the fabric of our country.
I'm Jared Craig with Legacy PAC. We are here at Eagle Pass, Texas, to bring attention to the border crisis, to educate the voters, the citizens of the United States, and the candidates running for federal office, the importance of a secure border.
And at Legacy PAC, we want to bring candidates here to the border to see it firsthand, because there is nothing like being here, seeing this. We saw women and children climbing over barbed wire. There is no reason why we cannot secure this border. There is no reason to keep this open. This is not humane. So we need to get Victor and all these other good America First candidates into office.
We at Legacy PAC depend on your donation and support to support these projects. We can't do it without you. So please go on to legacypac.org and show your support.
Hey, it's Kevin Sorbo here. I'm filming a documentary in Israel right now, but I was just in Texas last week and I was speaking with President Trump. And I just want to let you all know that President Trump does love our veterans, so please support our veterans and visit VFAF.org. That's VFAF.org. God bless. Thank you.
Hi, Veterans for America First. It's Kellyanne Conway here in Palm Beach, Florida, saying thank you so much for being on the front lines of freedom. Keep up the great.
Hey folks, it's John Rich here, Veterans for Trump, incredible organization. We love our vets. Without men and women willing to sacrifice and die necessary for our country, we wouldn't have a country. We all know that. Much respect and much love. God bless you.
Thank you so much. That is wonderful. And thanks for all you guys do. You're amazing. It's wonderful to be a part of this Veterans for Trump family. So keep staying strong. We have a country to save.
I'm Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn, and I am Veterans for Trump.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
And thank you so much to Stan Fitzgerald. Where is he? There he is. Thank you so much. You are a great patriot. Thank you both. Thank you both for helping out. You're so supportive, not only for people like me, President Trump and for America First and MAGA. So God bless you. Thank you.
You're sitting here too much. But you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down, first of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes. Great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Yeah, Stan.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump. I'm here with Chris Banweg, who's running for Congress in Ohio. Good morning, Colonel. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Stan. Doing very well. Thank you for having me here today.
Well, we appreciate your service to the country and your run for this office. Chris, can you tell us, please, a little bit about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it begins with the fact that most people have never heard of the name Banweg before. And that comes from the fact that there are 6 Banwegs that live in the United States, and 5 of them live in my house. And there's my dad who lives outside of Chicago. That links back to the story of my family. In brief, is that my grandfather escaped a communist prison camp at the end of World War II in Yugoslavia to make his way to Austria to meet up with his fiancée. They applied for refugee status, got married, and had my dad there. So my family came over to the United States, actually right here to Summit County, and started their lives here as refugees out of 3 wooden boxes. So from that, I grew up with these folks as my family. And it wasn't that my grandfather escaped just once, but he would escape the camp, which was a starvation and work camp, repeatedly to bring back food for the other prisoners. Now, one day he said, "This is the last time I have to meet up with a lady, so I'm gone." But you don't grow up in a family like that and not appreciate that we need to do hard things for other people. So, Stan, that has led me to 2 things in my life. One is to really pursue the American dream and appreciate it, to truly comprehend what this nation means to the people who get to live in it. And 2, because of that value, I've been a Marine for just about 24 years, coming up on that 24th finished year here soon. And most of my work there has been in civil affairs, counterinsurgency, and government stability. So for the past 20 years, I've been in national defense and foreign policy, working in our friendly nations, trying to help build up their government. Now, that can be from the local level to the regional to the national level. But though I am not a career politician, I think, and it has been a criticism, I didn't come up in the Ohio legislature, so I might not know about government, but I've been doing it for 20 years in some tough places. So while I don't bring, I think, the baggage of a career politician, I do bring the education and the experience of somebody who knows government and foreign policy.
Yes, sir. And you have fought the war for us too, and we appreciate your service. Colonel, some of the policies you want to work on in Congress, what's going to be your main focus?
Yeah, I'll give you my top 3 right now, and I hope that the first one is resolved before I get there. But number 1 is our border crisis. And I won't belabor all the elements of it, but a nation is only as strong as its ability to protect its and control its own border. And we are deliberately not doing that. And it is weakening the communities within our nation. I think we need to seal the border in whatever means we need to take to do it. And that could be further military deployment on the border to simply secure what's happening, and then adopt new immigration policy. I can tell you, as someone whose family came here as a refugee, there is a place in my heart for people who are persecuted and need a safe place to go, particularly those who have aided us in our nation over time. But we can't do that as long as we're leaving the back door wide open. I think there's a place for temporary work visas. There's a lot that we could do, but again, we can't do that until we secure our border. Second, I think we need to contain spending. I've signed the tax pledge for no new or no manipulated taxes. I think we need to eliminate some of the bureaucracy, because at our top government levels, we're spending too much money. It's a strategic risk to us as a nation because we don't have the discretionary dollars around the spending ability to adapt militarily or strategically as a nation. But what it means to most people is between the cost of a box of Cheerios to buying your first home as a family, it's unaffordable. And that's all coming from inflation, which is a hidden tax across people. So we need to get back to single spending bills, no more omnibus, no more continuing resolutions. We need leaders who are going to have plans and vote on those single issues because they should fall or rise on their own merit. The third thing I want to address as a priority for myself is public safety. And to me, that comes in two bits right now, and that's crime and prosecuting violent criminals consistently. We don't need violent criminals to feel as though there's no repercussion for their action and to be free to run among the community with regular Americans, civil Americans who want to go about their daily lives. The second part of that is the equal treatment under the law. I think what we need to do is get back to a single-tiered justice system where you're not persecuted or prosecuted based on your political ideals or being on the bad side of somebody with power and money. We need to treat all Americans the same under the law. So, Stan, those are my top three, and I think they're crucial to rebuilding faith in our nation and taking care of the American working family, which is the priority of my campaign.
Colonel, those are also the top three priorities of our organization. And you've touched on it briefly. The country's watching Banana Republic style persecutions of the president and people around him. Friends of mine here in Georgia under indictment by a proven corrupt now prosecutor. Colonel, what are your thoughts on what's happening with the justice system in this country?
I'm disappointed. I think that's the best. And I hate to say fearful because I'm not, but I am absolutely disappointed. I think we need to fix it. And that's a simple statement to make, but it comes through appointments, it comes through accountability. Sometimes that's slow. In our own justice system, we need to use the justice system to show that it works and hold people accountable for corrupt decisions.
Well, Colonel, we appreciate your support of President Trump and America First policy, and we've done our research, and Mr. Coughlin in your race is clearly establishment DeSantis supporting. So our board voted to endorse you unanimously at Veterans for America First, also known as Veterans for Trump. So you have our full support and endorsement, Colonel.
I very much appreciate that. I think it's time to get the voice back to the people.
Well, we appreciate you, sir. And how could people across the country find your website?
No, it's a great question. I'm at Banweg, BANWEG 4 FOR, Congress.com. They can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and maybe unlike some politicians, I'm here to answer your questions. I'd love it if you show up to an event. I think it's important that people get to know their representatives so that they can vote with confidence in what they're going to get at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. And you do have our confidence. So thank you, sir, for your time. And we'll talk again soon.
Thank you as well, Stan.
You're welcome. Take care.